This section looks at the test data window, which shows a complete test sequence that will be performed on the relay device. The test sequence is built up from one or more individual test steps. You can see we're scrolling up and down these test steps here. The first test step in the sequence is a check on the fixturing of the part to make sure that it's correctly located in its socket before we actually begin any electrical tests. If it's not correctly inserted, we don't carry on and perform the rest of the tests. The next test is a measurement of coil resistance, followed by contact resistance, the operate and release voltage of the relay, and then a timing test. Now you can manipulate these tests to be in any order and to perform any detail of testing that you require. In this mode, we're looking at the test step titles. We can open up these test steps to show the test conditions by either pressing the C character or clicking on this test conditions icon here. Now you'll notice that the same test step titles are available: fixture check, coil resistance, but now we've got some more detail on the test conditions. So this is showing us that, for example, in coil resistance we're going to be applying a voltage of 1 volt to the coil and a maximum current of 8 milliamps. These other test conditions apply such things as settling times and the expected coil resistance test limits. There are additional test conditions that are available for more advanced testing. At any time we can switch back from this conditions view to titles, and this can be quite a nice way of navigating the test sequence, because as you switch between titles you can move between the test steps very easily. So for example, if we look at the timing test, switch to conditions, again we've got similar test conditions here that can be programmed. It's also possible to edit these test steps individually to move their sequence around. By pressing the space bar we open the test step dialog, and for example we can move the coil resistance step here around to just before operator release voltage, and now you'll see that the coil resistance test has moved. So it's possible to decide fairly late on exactly how the tests are performed, and you can insert new tests as well. Again, by pressing the space bar we've got the ability to insert new steps. So for example, we can put a delay in, we can call it my delay, and it gets inserted into the test sequence at the place that we've chosen. Now what will happen is that when we run this test sequence, a delay will be inserted. To program it, simply open its test conditions with C or enter and type in a new delay value, 3 seconds. So this characterizes the construction of test programs, very simple menu driven entry using pre-written test types.